Hi guys, so after 3 years, I'm finally producing another All My Dolls video. So it's been a while and obviously my collection has changed a lot in the past 3 years. As a quick disclaimer, I'm only introducing my 18-inch dolls in this video. If you want to view my last All My Dolls video from 2018, it is up on my YouTube channel. Even though you rarely see these dolls on my Instagram account, they do exist and were very critical in getting me interested in American Girl to begin with. These four are my childhood dolls that I received back in the 90s, and they include Kirsten, Samantha, Felicity, and Addie. Next, we have Ani, who is a Kanani doll, and again, she is a very critical part of my collection because she is the first doll I purchased for myself as an adult and essentially is considered my gateway doll back into American Girl collecting. Here is Caroline, who was the first historical American Girl doll I added to my collection as an adult. I really liked her because of her time period and location, having grown up near the Great Lakes as well. So even though I don't show her often on my Instagram account, I really enjoy her collection and her stories. Rebecca arrived with the help of a personal shopper at the New York store who handpicked her out for me and then sent her directly from New York. And she did a really good job because I think this is probably my prettiest Rebecca I've seen. And this poor girl, though, has gone through quite a bit of customization. While her wig has always stayed, she's received multiple eye swaps until finally I decided, no, I was happy with her original hazel eyes. She alternates between modern times and also her original time period, but she is definitely one of my favorite dolls. Alex, the doll who is my namesake for my Instagram account. So she is a custom doll that has Isabel's wig and gray eyes, which I believe came from a Ruthie doll. And she is really the start of a lot of things in terms of where I am now with my Instagram account, how I got really into buying Etsy clothes, and also how I got into customization, as she is my first custom doll. Here is Ari, who is also a custom doll and was made around the same time as Alex. She was made from a secondhand Rebecca doll and has amber eyes and a Truly Me 55 wig. She is the twin sister of Rebecca when she is in modern times. I was really excited about Tess when she was released because this was the first time that American Girl had released a doll with this short curly wig style, and I just thought she was so cute. I was also really excited to finally add another Addie mold to my collection, as Tess was the second Addie mold to join my dolls. This is Sila, a Maple Lee doll. I ended up purchasing her from Amazon in 2014. And I knew when I first heard of her that I definitely wanted her because you know how as kids you tend to have weird little obsessions that don't really make sense, but it makes sense when you're that age. And basically for me, the Northwest Territory and the indigenous people that lived up there were kind of my obsession when I was as a kid. So it's not surprising then that essentially when I saw Sila, it brought back all those memories and I had to get her. So here's Ines, who is a Truly Me 62 doll. Now this is not the original doll I had purchased back in 2015. But that doll I had eye swapped and then decided I wanted one of the original amber eyes, so I ended up selling that doll. And then only recently in 2020 was I able to purchase the same doll again. But she has essentially been part of my collection since 2015, and I just love that she is unique with the medium skin Sonali mold, and I think she's really cute too. And I wish that American Girl hadn't retired the doll, but c'est la vie. Here is Ella, who is a Leah doll with amber eyes. I've had Leah in my collection since her release day, but this is not the original Leah doll I did purchase. She also only recently received amber eyes, I believe this past year. So for the most part, she was unchanged, but I decided I needed more dolls with brown eyes, and hence she got amber eyes. Melody was ordered as part of the AG Rewards pre-order for the Melody doll, and I was honestly prepping for her since the beginning of 2016. I was really excited for her release and I really love her collection. It's just so fun and I love the integration of music. My Melody doll primarily stays in the 60s, but on occasion I will dress her in modern clothes. Here's Camila, who is a Luciana doll. This is again not the original Luciana doll I purchased, who I had customized with gray eyes and then end up selling her. But I did end up buying another Luciana doll later on, and this is the one that has been in my collection since. I was excited for Luciana because I didn't have any other medium skinned, dark haired Josefina molds at the time, and I really liked her look with the purple streak, the side bangs, and I thought that gave her a more unique look to her, so I was really excited to add her to my collection. Here is Raylan, who is a create your own doll. When American Girl released this option, I was really excited and I knew immediately that I wanted a dark skinned Josefina mold. So she is a dark skinned Josefina mold with black curly medium length hair with the side bangs and the lighter brown eyes. Here is Rosa, who is another create your own doll. Even though I already had a medium skin Jess mold, I wanted a medium skin Jess mold that had dark brown hair, hence why Rosa came around. I also wanted to have one doll that had heterochromia, and I thought that the combination of the decal hazel eyes with the decal light brown eyes would make a really good combo, and I'm really happy with how Rosa came out. Xiaobin joined actually around the middle of 2019, so not right away at the beginning. She was inspired by a friend's doll who had the red hair and brown eyes, and I thought it was such a good combo. So I was really happy then to have an excuse essentially to buy Blair and then eye swap her with the light brown eyes. And I really love her look and kind of wish that American Girl went this way rather than with the green eyes, but here is Emma, who is a Joss style. Now, originally Emma was a Marie Curie style in the past, but when I was trying to cut down on the number of dolls I had at the time, it was an easy way of kind of using a doll that I already had to make a character that already existed. And I actually am really happy with this choice because I love the Joss mold, and Emma is just very cute, and she really fits Emma's personality perfectly. This is Michaela, and I was really excited to see American Girl offer the Addie mold in the darkest skin tone available, and I just knew immediately that I had to have her. And I really love this style. She's very unique and gives a nice way of being able to get the Addie mold in the darkest skin tone without having to go through the create your own option. So this is Catherine, who is a Truly Me 84 doll, but with the light brown eyes. I want to eye swap her because at that time I still had Z, and I want to make her a little bit more unique, even though she did have a lighter skin tone compared to Z. And I am happy with the result because I do think it makes her a little bit more unique, but without being noticeably too different. This is Courtney, who originally I was going to have modern and then recently decided no, she was going to stick in the 1980s. So I really contemplated on whether I wanted this doll or not. But the reality was, too, the last time I added a classic mold to my collection was Caroline back in 2012. So I decided, no, you know what, I'll get her. I liked enough of her collection, and I thought the character herself in the book was super sweet. So I decided that I'd take the plunge and add Courtney to my collection. Here's Kirsten T, who is named as such to distinguish her from my 1994 Kirsten doll, and she is a 35th anniversary edition of the doll. I ended up deciding on getting Kirsten because I actually have a lot of her collection, but my old Kirsten doll doesn't stand well at all, which makes it really difficult to take pictures of her in her collection. So really that was the main purpose of adding this newer Kirsten doll, so I could actually photograph Kirsten in all her outfits and her collection and be able to do that without worrying about a doll constantly falling over. Here is Addie T, who again was added to my collection for similar reasons as Kirsten T, because Addie is another doll who I have a lot of her collection, and I want to be able to photograph her historical collection and her outfits. And my old Addie, again, falls over a lot due to loose limbs. So, but in this case, this Addie, she kind of straddles a little bit more so between both modern and her historic time period. Just because I love the doll, she's unique and she's one of my favorites. This is Ariel, who was sent to me by Our Generation to review, and this doll is just so pretty. Like, I've looked at Our Generation dolls before, but just seeing her in person, I just love her skin tone, her look, her hair is gorgeous, and I would definitely recommend this doll if you are into Our Generation dolls. And even if you're not, she is a cute doll. This is Maria, another doll that our generation sent me for review. Again, she is just so cute. She has the cutest face, her skin tone with her hair color, and her hair is just gorgeous. It's so silky and lovely, and I just recommend this doll because she would definitely inspire a ton of play. This is Leo, an Our Generation doll that was sent to me for review. Now, I've owned boy dolls in the past, but I ended up selling them all because I wasn't using them that much. But I was happy to have a boy doll in my collection again. I think he's cute and definitely comes across as your typical boy doll. And so he's really cute, and I decided that he's going to be best friends with his bulldog. So here is my 90s mini me, which I haven't actually decided whether I actually want to give her my name or another name that a lot of kids had in the 90s. But basically, I've always wanted to do a historical mini me of sorts, and she pretty much matches how my hair was back in the 90s, though I did go back and forth with having bangs and not having bangs. But I do feel like bangs were very indicative of the 90s. So I'm really happy to have Ivy in my collection. A friend picked her up for me secondhand at a reasonable price. And I do think she also adds yet another nice East Asian doll to my collection. Here is McKenna, which I have done a review video of if you want to check it out. As I mentioned in that review video, I was unsure of how much I was going to like her based on the stock photos, but seeing her in person, she is just such a gorgeous doll, and I really knew I wanted her because of her unique face mold. And I also love that she comes with her hairstyle in a protective way for natural hair. And I just look forward to expanding her personality and collection more. Here's Maritza, which, knowing that she had the Joss mold in a new skin tone, it was kind of a no-brainer for me that she'd be joining my collection. I really do love her a lot, though sometimes I'm back and forth on her painted eyelashes, but otherwise I think she's just a gorgeous doll, and I'm still working on developing her personality more, but I'm really excited to have her in my collection. Here's Freya, who is a Kira doll with Be Forever Felicity's green eyes. If you're not aware, Be Forever Felicity, despite her short run, did actually have a unique eye color that no other doll has had, and as much as I was iffy on the Kira doll to begin with, she really did fit Freya's character, so I did end up deciding to buy her, but then she sat in a box for a while I decided fully as to what I wanted to do with her. But then I ended up eye swapping her, and I just fell in love with her. So I'm really happy to have her in my collection, and I'll be talking about her more on my Instagram account soon. And as a bonus for people watching this video, you get to meet Mona, who I have not introduced yet on Instagram. She is a new doll. I purchased her from Costco. She's one of the ballerina dolls, but essentially she is truly me, 82. And her character will essentially, she practices Islam, but is not a strict Islam type, so she only wears her hijab during special holidays or going to the mosque. But I'm really looking forward to introducing her more to you. So thank you for watching my updated All My Dolls video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please remember to like and subscribe.